Welcome the people of internet. This is the vegetarian BonVivant and you're watching the third episode of What's Cooking. In this episode, I'll be breaking down a quintessential dish, a street food of India, and it's not only in India, it's Asia's one of the top street food. It's the Maharashtrian Pav Bhaji. The Maharashtrian Pav Bhaji basically has 5 ingredients: potatoes, tomatoes, onions, peas, and capsicums, all mashed together with a beautiful blend of spices. But before we delve into the modern recipe of Pav Bhaji, let's get back to the 1800s and learn more about Pav Bhaji. Pav Bhaji basically has two origin stories overall. There's a lot of origin stories and how it has transcended throughout different parts of India, but the two origin stories I'm going to tell coincide at one point, which is basically in 1800 there was a lot of war, and a lot of war meant in the supply and demand of cotton increased. As the supply and demand of cotton increased, the Maharashtra cotton mills started working in overdrive, and as started working in overdrive, a lot of workers started to do overtime. They couldn't get back to their home to have food, so they were searching for a food that is not only nutritious but also not heavy on their pockets. So that is when they stumbled upon Pav Bhaji. So one story that has given rise to one of the famous Pav Bhaji joints in the whole India, that is Sardar Pav Bhaji, which is established in 1966 by Sardar Ahmad. Sardar Ahmad basically was a fruit juice seller, and he was outside one of the meals. When he saw this opportunity, he wanted to do something about it, and he mixed the 5 vegetables that I told you about, and his unique blend of spices, which is still a secret after 55 years of making Pav Bhaji, and a lot of Paulson butter. Yes, you're right. Paulson butter was one of the leading butter brands in the 1800s and 1900s, when Amul butter wasn't even a thing. When after the White Revolution came, Amul butter took over, and now Sardar Pav Bhaji is serving Pav Bhaji only in Amul butter. And when you are in Maharashtra and you want to get the bite of history, you can visit Sardar Pav Bhaji and have the delightful Amul buttery Pav Bhaji. So this is one part of the story. The second part of the story has the same origin but is kind of a different. It revolves around the homemakers of Maharashtra, and the homemakers of Maharashtra were basically worried about their husband's health, because they were not coming back. They were working overtime. They were not coming back home for food. So they literally sent their husbands dabbas which contained a bhaji, which was made out of vegetables that were commonly found in every household, and bhakri. Bhakri is basically a flat Indian bread that is made out of millet dough, and they sent this to their husbands, and there was some addition of Gujaratis into this, and a lot of butter, and some form of Pav Bhaji still stays in between the Gujarat Maharashtra highways. You can still find this version of Pav Bhaji. It's a bit different from the Sardar Pav Bhaji, but it's not that different, and still this is kind of the two major origin stories Pav Bhaji have. So now that we are deep into the origin stories and we have cleared everything about the Pav Bhaji's ingredients, let's jump into making Pav Bhaji, because you are not you when you're hungry.